Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Shraddha. How are you?
Good, I'm good. How are you, Sonali?
I am doing good as well. I am loving the office setup.
Thank you, thank you. It's all about
Really
branding.
hardcore stuff. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Some like a lot of awards and boards and whatnot.
Yes.
You're making me feel like I should put something in the background also. Maybe notice that. Awesome, awesome. All right. So, first of all, thank you so much for agreeing to come on this uh, LinkedIn conversation. I don't know how what to call it. I don't think podcast will be a bit too heavy. We're just trying to keep it very chill, but just a very informal-ish conversation on a formal kind of topic. I've been doing it for a few. We have done a couple of episodes like this, and I randomly thought that, hey, why haven't I called Shraddha? I mean, like this is the topic and it has been trending for the longest time. It is going to be the most important thing that we discuss in business and career, in personal life, whatever, right? I was like, oh my god, how did I miss? So I had to like correct my mistake and to call you up. So for all the
There is
listeners
no mistake, Sonali. First of all, there is no mistake.
so okay, quickly, for all the viewers listeners who are watching us live or anytime, I met Shraddha um, at a DEI and tech, women in tech and DEI event.
It was the
DEI,
rising.
the rising, yes, correct. The rising, DEI culture, workplace is my domain. AI is her domain, tech is her domain, and it was like the perfect mix. We kind of met each other over there. We have another group of friends like from that same event, and we've stayed in touch. It's been 2 years.
2 years, yes.
Easily. Oh my god, that's so crazy, right? And yeah, so Shraddha and I don't stay in the same city, but we try to catch up with each other whenever we are visiting here and there. And she's building something very interesting. I remember when we met at that point of time. Did you already get your company registered or no? You were getting
No.
it done. Yeah, you were
Ah,
still
yeah,
setting
I
it
was in the
up.
process of setting it up.
Yes, yes. And where are we right now? Can you tell us a little bit about what you do, what's happening?
Yes. So I started my company in 2024, Izzki Tech Solutions. It's been a year and a half of a crazy journey. I started it with the sole intention of creating an AI product development company out of Jamshedpur, which is a tier two city. And for people who don't know, it's in Jharkhand, the land of the tribal. It's a rich land with resources and minerals, but unfortunately, most of our youth has to migrate out to bigger cities to find jobs. So my intent is to create an ecosystem over here that people can stay back and work from home.
Wow, this is wonderful. And how big is your team currently?
So my team size is currently 10. We are a very small company, but still we are at the growth stage right now. And we're looking to grow massively, yes.
Awesome. You're a AI first company, so I'm guessing a lot of AI bots, agents will overpower the number of humans that is going to work in your organization, right? So it's going to be
Uh,
fun.
yes, it is. But, AI agents should not become autonomous. So there will be people always behind all these agents.
Perfect, perfect. Great. So I think this is a good segue into our conversation today. The topic of humans plus AI redesigning work for the future. Very interesting. Like I said, I mean, humans is what I'm like my core focus area is. I mean, the company is called Youmanize. I don't think I can get more obvious than that. And AI is obviously your focus area and what you're building. So, and we can see that why the future? The present is where humans and AI are kind of co-collaborating. I'm meeting so many people and a lot of founders, and they're being asked that, hey, do you have a co-founder? And they're like, no, ChatGPT is my co-founder. I was like, oh, that's so cool.
That's true.
I never thought of it that way.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it is. Because I think we talk to AI way more than we're actually talking to human beings nowadays, at least in the day to day, right? So a lot of AI is solving our problems. So I think we're gonna kind of disrupt that topic. But at the same time, whoever is watching us, do leave a comment, say a quick hi if you know me, if you know Shraddha. I will love to know your views, comments, thoughts, whatever. And like share anything you want to related to topic, of course. Ask us questions, just try and make it interactive. I know it's a Friday morning, but I also know that not many of you work on Fridays. So come on.
That's true.
Very nice. Okay. So I'll start with the first question, Shraddha. What do you think about this one? Like, what is the bigger risk? Jobs disappearing or jobs becoming meaningless? Because this is like people are really scared. What would be your view?
So jobs won't disappear. I keep telling it in each place that I speak at. Jobs won't disappear. It is not a problem of elimination. It is a problem of transformation. So whatever you're doing will be transformed with AI. If you are into marketing, you will become an AI-enabled marketer. If you're into sales, you will become an AI-enabled salesperson, right? So it will change, yes, transform, but never eliminate. And always remember, AI has a term called intelligence. Now, intelligence is not expected out of the machine, it is expected out of you. So, if you originally did not start with any intelligence, don't expect AI to add intelligence to you. So, if you are already capable, if you are already
Ouch.
intelligent, then AI is going to enable you, it's going to make you more powerful. But if the basic was lack of intelligence, then yes, I would be scared.
Okay, I mean, you've heard her. I think Shraddha is someone who does not mince her words. There is no sugarcoating here. There is a lot of like cold heart, math, truth, all of that. And I completely agree. Nowadays we go on the internet and we see wonderfully written comments, posts, emails. Oh my God, people are writing a thesis paper on email. And then I meet them and I am like, what happened? Who are you? I don't even
Yeah.
know who you are. Because their vocabulary, their style, their sentence formation, the way they think is different. And whatever prompt they've given the AI is basically nothing. They have outsourced everything to the AI and they are just merely copy pasting it. And I get very annoyed when I get comments that are this much. And I can see it is written by AI. I mean, why? Why would you do that, right? And now I feel like deliberately I'll make some mistake, some grammatical mistake. Deliberately I'll make some punctuation mistake just to tell people that hey, I'm not using AI. But then I also don't want to make those mistakes because I know what I'm doing right. So I'm like in the mix of things that hey, like where am I? But whatever you mentioned, right? If the source of the information is incorrect, or even as someone who is asking AI to do the work for you, if you don't understand that the output of the work is quality or not, then it's just going to be mediocre work. And then what is the point of super intelligence and all the intelligence in the world when the output is like everyone else's? So yeah, so do you recommend people to read up on their subject matters, really get their knowledge up high, because even that is getting outsourced?
Yes, I would say that. So, say, for example, Sonali, I am not an interior designer, I'm not an architect, but I decide that I want to design my home using AI, right? So, what I do is I give a crack prompt to the GPT. I say, become an architect, design my home, this is what I require, and this is what I do. And this is what I need. So, it will come up with a beautiful design and everything. And I am not an architect, so I don't know whether it has designed correctly or not. And I take that and I give it directly to the execution people. See, this is my architect has drawn, you go ahead with it. And they look at it and they're completely confused. They think, ये तो ऐसे होगा नहीं, this will not follow through, this will not happen. So this is the basic use case. If you at the beginning itself you do not know about the topic or subject, do not expect AI to give you correct or accurate information. At the end of the day, you have to review it has generated, and you have to add yourself to it. If you keep taking whatever output has been given and putting it out directly, there is no you in it. It's just AI, and then it's not worth it also trying to do something like that.
Yeah, so basically, we're saying that not everything can be a shortcut, right? The funniest thing I remember here is teachers used to say, right, even when you're cheating, there's an art in it. A lot of
Yes,
people will just cheat and they will cheat, the errors and the scratches out. And so it'll look as an identical paper. So if that person is failing, you're also failing
you
because
will
you
also.
don't even have the basic knowledge whether who to cheat from. That's also a decision making, right? I mean, if you cheat from the wrong person, there is no point.
It's so funny you bring up this cheating context. I remember when I was a teenager, one of my friends' mothers told me that cheating, if cheating करना है ना तो ढंग के source से cheating करो. Because I remember उसने एक example बताया कि उसकी एक friend ने कॉपी बंद करके और उसको दिया अपने दोस्त को कॉपी करने के लिए. तो जब उसने कॉपी बंद किया तो उसमें एक मक्खी दब के चिपक गई, right? and she got into the text that was written. तो जिस person ने copy किया, उसने उस मक्खी का outline भी copy किया, text लिखा, फिर उस नीचे भी मक्खी का outline copy किया, फिर text लिखा.
Oh my God, this
So
is so crazy. Absolute crazy. We don't endorse cheating, but well, it is what it is, right? At least put some brains into it.
at least
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
put your
Yes.
intelligence in place.
Yes, yes. We're getting some really wonderful comments. I'm going to pull them up on the screen. Ashok is saying, Hi Shraddha, hi Sonali. Good to see Shraddha, who I feel is a visionary. I agree. Okay. And then we have Mohit. Mohit is saying, I like the thought AI will not add intelligence if you don't have it. Heard it first time. Love this.
Thank you, Mohit.
And then we have Anmol who's saying, Great to see Shraddha, always amazing conversation going on. Ah, lovely.
Thank you, Anmol.
Awesome. That's great. So nice that we are already getting a lot of interest from our conversation. I think we're really getting into the mix of things. So a very interesting scene, right? A lot of people are, like I said, using AI and abusing it as well. But at the end of the day, AI is not a human. It is a machine that we have fed all the information. So there's a lot of talk about empathy, the softer skills, the human aspect of. But at the end of the day, whatever communication you're doing, even if your AI is talking to the other person's AI, it's still reaching you as the person, right? So this is a thought I wanted you to kind of tell me what you feel. Like AI is bringing efficiency, but can it also kill empathy at work? Are we becoming more and more unempathetic towards each other? What do you think?
Like I said, pure usage of AI will somewhere reduce your empathy. But AI, even if it tries very hard, cannot become empathetic. I'm sure, when we have talked to GPT, Claude, it will say, oh, you having a bad day, I feel bad for you, or you're doing amazing work, you should continue doing it. We feel when we see such messages that AI is able to feel what we are feeling, but it will never feel what you're feeling. Empathy is something it will never have. It will also never have your moral compass of saying this is right, this is wrong. Um, it can always tell you the decisions. The data tells me that this is more correct. The data tells me this is more incorrect, but it will never have your moral compass saying this is right, this is wrong. And it will also never have the way you speak as a person. Like you said, you might be able to copy the content that AI generates. You might be able to read it out also, but you will never be able to add your soul to it, right? So adding your soul is where human beings have to stay human beings. Even if you are interviewing hundreds of candidates using AI, never forget that at the end you're hiring a human. You're not hiring a machine. So bring yourself in the front, ask them questions with empathy, and listen to them and take your judgment based on yourself, not on the basis of what AI showed to you.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, you're right. When we do speak to AI about anything, any kind of problem solving, it's important to bring that element
Okay,
that, I
looks
mean,
like Sonali froze a little. Okay,
oh,
so we have a comment which says someone told me that AI can't replace pundits. You are absolutely right. So AI can't replace a lot of things, including including anything that can be done by hand, which is carpentry, which is plumbing, which is anything that can be done by hand. So nowadays the lower level skills, which we considered lower level, were now a higher level skill, because anything that we considered higher level intelligence, like being a doctor or an engineer or a CA, all of those skills can surprisingly be copied or replicated. But being a very good carpenter, being a very good plumber, being a very good gardener, being a very good farmer, all of these skills surprisingly cannot be easily replaced. So this will redesign the way that the future works. It will redesign the way we have looked at lower level skills so far. And they might just take a U turn and become a higher level skill, much more in demand than, say, a CA or a doctor, which is, I know, shocking, but I'm just putting it out there. I mean, can you ask GPT to fix your pipes? Can you ask GPT if your basin tap is not working? Can you GPT fix it for you? No, it cannot. So it can tell you how to fix it, but it cannot still do that. So we will have to redesign our thinking in terms of what we want to do or what we want to view skills as. And if I think of the future, I think we should also be prepared that a lot of our intelligence that we have gathered over the years, like 20 years experience, 10 years experience, we have developed and gathered our experience together. We have created this knowledge bank, and this can easily be copied. So, what is secure? What is safe? Any skill that we learn as a human is the only thing that is safe. So, me being able to, uh, present to you, or me being able to stand in front of you and speak like myself, is a skill that I wouldn't want anybody else to copy, right? Okay, we have a comment from Ashok saying, you say someone saying someone using and people not using but playing with AI. Have to say
Shraddha,
about
one
those
second.
who
Can
don't know
you
whether
can you
AI
hear
can be
me?
useful to them. What sort of campaign is required to bring this to
I
them?
don't think so.
Yes, so we do a lot of trainings for people who have not started using AI correctly, I would say. Now, the term AI is overused. So I would say use it in terms of what you're actually using. You're using an AI tool, or you're using what I would say is an interface or a chatbot or an agent. So let's become specific on what you're using. And if you have definitely not talked to any form of AI, which means a GPT or say a Claude interface or Gemini or even Meta AI. WhatsApp has brought Meta AI, and that means most people interact with Meta AI before they are interacting with GPT. But we teach them how to correctly interact with AI. The basis of correctly interacting is prompting, which is the sentences that you're writing to AI. If those instructions are incorrect, I don't think what you're going to get out of those tools is going to be accurate or correct, right? So that is, I hope I answered your question. So now we have
Yes.
another comment saying, can
Um,
organizations strike a balance between AI-driven efficiency and maintaining human empathy? So, okay, interesting question. AI-driven efficiency and empathy. So there are two things. One is, where do you deploy AI in your organization? As chatbots to assist humans or as agents to replace humans? Wherever there is a low skill job like a customer support agent or say a help desk agent, those agents are human agents are being replaced by AI agents who do a better job because they have the exact knowledge base. They don't tire out. They can work constantly and they can be shut down based on the requirements. They can be brought up, shut down. So if you are using AI in your company to replace humans, uh, Sonali, no, we can't hear you or see you. So we can see you,
um,
but it's your camera is
yeah, can
closed
you
on you.
not hear me still?
But yeah, coming back
Hello.
to the question, AI-driven empathy would be when you're not replacing them, you're just enabling them to become better at their jobs. I also use this personally in my company when I don't replace people with any agent or a bot. Instead I enable them to become double productive. So if you enable your people to become double productive, you automatically double the number of employees you have, right? Same 40 hours, but about 80 hours of work from every single person. So that's a sharp increase in productivity. So that is something you can achieve by enabling humans rather than replacing them. Mohit, but as an HR, I love to ask AI to create onboarding documentation, email templates. Yes, correct, Mohit. I would definitely ask you to use AI to do these templates, to create forms, to create documentation. Please don't. Okay, okay, I am not able to hear Sonali.
Yes, thank God. Thank you for saying that you can hear me because I was like, what is happening? Shraddha, can you hear me?
Okay, no problem. I will jump back out and jump back in. 1 minute.
Yes. Yes, yes. Thanks a lot, everyone, for just commenting and letting me know that you can hear me. I think Shraddha is trying to figure out why she cannot hear me, but everyone else can. While she returns, first of all, some really fantastic questions. I love that you're asking just the right questions, and I also love that Shraddha is just going at a rapid fire rate. Shraddha, can you hear me?
Sorry, 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 I could not hear you.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We're back, so don't worry about it. I was just telling that everyone is asking such really good questions, and you're also taking it up as a very great rapid fire round. So I was really
So
enjoying it,
sorry,
and I was like,
I did not want to eliminate you from the.
no. That's okay. That's okay. I liked all the questions that people are asking, and I think you got through to all of them. And I love how you mentioned that. I think it's kind of sticking with me. How you mentioned that all the low leverage tasks that we never thought was oh, it cannot make us so much money are now becoming the money making skills because we cannot outsource it to software. These are actually handyman in a certain way skills that we have to put our actual physical labor, and nobody wants to do it. Like if I have a plumbing problem at home, or if I have any other issues at home, even little things like cooking, right? I don't want to cook. I would love to have an AI robot or whatever cook, but maybe till the time it is actually out into the market, I may not be able to afford it as well. So I would need an actual person who can spend their time, their physical skill sets to enable that for me. And if I really need great food, or I really need plumbing done, which is going to be very important if things go bad, then I'm going to want to pay anything to get that sorted, right? So which is very interesting. Now I'm thinking, should I learn plumbing or should I oh, crazy. And I also liked a couple of other things that you mentioned about efficiency and human empathy, right? How to kind of maintain that balance. I think what we have to understand is, going back to the very first point you mentioned, right? What is the source of the information? And if you are not intelligent enough, the whole spiel over there, it if you can replace the word intelligence with anything, if a person is not empathetic enough, the output that their version of AI gives them will be unempathetic or will not be empathetic enough. If they are not creative enough, their output will not be creative enough, right? So if your skill level is average, or maybe it does not exist, then merely telling your AI to do anything, you will not even think on those lines, right? So that's what we are getting at. We're getting something from Mohit. Gemini going to hit bad ChatGPT. Okay, what does it mean? It's going to like,
So, see, if you want me to come sit and compare tools over here, you want to have a session, one to one with me, because
love
I
it.
can then give you a lengthy dialogue on what tools to use, which tool is not going to help you, which is going to help you. So, reach
Yeah,
out to me on
thanks.
LinkedIn.
Love that. Thanks a lot. This is not really a very, I mean, come on, this is a very question, better use of Shraddha's time at the moment, right? And yeah, of course, comparative analysis and all of that. Reach out to her. In fact, Shraddha has given me a crash course, a 4-day crash course on using different kinds of tools. So thanks and shout out to you for that. All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. So we're gonna go back to what kind of conversations we're having. This is a very interesting one since you mentioned your coaching and teaching classes, right? So just the what is harder, teaching people to use AI or teaching AI to work like people?
Okay, so to answer that question, can you tell me when AI was launched? Do you remember? It
No. Oh my god, I'm a bad
was not
student.
that back. It was not that old. Can somebody in the
20
comments tell me when was AI launched? When did you first
2020.
start interacting?
Huh, maybe last year?
5 years, 2 years, 3 years, 1 year?
3 years.
Yeah, take a guess. See, nobody, no, nobody in the comments. You don't remember? Come on, you're not all that old.
Don't Google.
And don't Google. So
चीटिंग
AI
चीटिंग
started
बोल दिया, चीटिंग मत
actually,
करो.
actually started in 23. Okay, so it's not even been 3 complete years with AI in the scene. So AI has learned everything that was to be learned about the human race in such a short time. It's the humans who will have to be taught how to work with AI, all now. Like we are talking, we'll have to instruct humans, how to talk to AI and how to not feed your bias in, how to not feed your bad properties into AI. Please be very clean with AI. Don't teach it bad language. Don't teach it your judgmental biases to it. So don't do
Yeah.
these things. Be very clean with AI. So That's what teaching AI is much faster, much simpler. Teaching people, yeah, more complex.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, this is great. I mean, you already said that AI has all the information available in the world and is also able to come up with mix and match and come up with their own versions of stuff. So, which means that if the information is readily available and we are unable to use it, then our efficiency levels are not there yet. Right.
Correct.
And we also have to learn again how to use it, what exact model to use, which tool to use, all of that. So a lot of learning on our part is pending. We cannot get to the level of speed that AI got. It's like that movie la PK, where you touch the book and learn a language. We can't be that fast, unfortunately, but day to day
Yes,
we can improve little by little.
yes, we can.
Okay, interesting. So now a lot of conversations about Gen Z. Shraddha, do you have Gen Zs in your organization working for you? Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay,
We do.
and how's your experience been?
XP. Very good. Gen Z, I won't classify any generation with their working style. Number one, everybody works differently. Number two, I find it very inspiring the way they can adapt to any tool very quickly. I don't have to teach them how to learn, use this tool. I can just tell them this is the tool out there, and learn how to use it and then use it. And they actually turn around fast. They give me results in 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. And as a founder, that helps me. That tells me that any tool that is more launched in the market, they will be able to give me a report the same day because they learn it, they start using it, they will give me results. They will go on social media, they'll read other people's comments. They will give me a concise history of everything in like 4 hours. So I love having Gen Zs in the office, and they are an immense asset to any company.
Super. So would you say that in your line of work, having Gen Zs is an advantage? And would you say that having a millennial or someone who's not as technologically advanced as Gen Zs are would probably slow down the work and have a have a slower learning curve? I'm putting you in a mix here.
No. So I'm going to be so I'm going to be very fair here because I recently wrote a post on this. So what do 40 plus years people bring to the table with AI in space? So what they bring to the table is something that Gen Zs or millennial or the younger generation cannot. Is their experience of working with people, right? So they know how to interact with people. They know how corporate offices work. They know how financial systems work. They know how the world works basically. And now they are at a stage to contribute to you. So imagine combining that experience and that power with the knowledge base of AI and turning it into your organization. You have an immediate powerhouse. So I feel people who are between 35 to 50, they should not feel that they are outdated or they cannot contribute enough. In fact, they can contribute the most. So comparing, I have people say same example, I give them a tool and Gen Z tells me how to use it. But the strategy decision of should I use this tool in my company or not, I will still rely on my seniors to tell me, right? They will take a decision based on the data that Gen Z gave them. So both sides of the coin, you need them in your company to make sure you're balanced. Any
Perfect.
company going in one direction only will have unbalanced results.
Absolutely. I mean, as someone who's worked in the workforce for X number of years, we know how the entire structure of the system works, right? A junior person or someone who's just coming into the workforce will only be focusing on that one aspect of it, whereas we can see the bigger picture, right? So I'm going to pull
Correct.
up a few comments, very interesting ones. Ashok is saying, if humans don't feed AI, then AI will not be able to feed humans, right?
Correct.
Um,
Absolutely right.
Mohit is saying, my nephew, who is in class 1 at Bal Bharati Public School, already has a subject called Let's Learn AI. Uh, is that rocket emoji also there? so it's amazing to see schools introducing AI concepts at such a young age. Okay, this is great. And okay, Vijay is asking, what skills should the next generation focus on to succeed in the future of work? Okay,
So
you
one
want to
of
pick this up?
yeah, I mean, and the skill that I'm going to say, 100% of the people on this call are going to not like it.
Bring it on, Shraddha. Attack.
You should focus on reading.
Okay, why do you say so?
Read, yes. And not reading it the AI way, as in giving the link to the PDF and asking it to summarize for you. No, actually reading it. You know what reading does to you? It in your cognitive memory, it creates a mind map for you. It creates photographs of the words that you have read. It creates memory, visualizations, and that kind of growth in your memory or in your brain you cannot do with anything else. That is what reading does to you. And I still say, for children, for adults, for seniors, keep reading books. Kindle ho chahe actual books ho. Keep reading articles, magazines. Never go the shortcut with reading. And same for podcasts. If you're not a reading person, if you're a listening person, say, attend podcasts here to YouTube tutorials. When you take input knowledge in form of reading or listening, your brain, remains active. It remains cognitive. It remembers faster, and you are an active person. And it's like exercise for the brain. In the time of AI, when it gives you everything, बना के खाने दाल चावल सब बना के सामने रख देता है. So the only thing that your brain can do is to read and listen, and that we should do daily, every day.
Awesome, awesome. I'm going to add a little bit here. Reading perhaps is one of the very few things where you can put 100% of your focus. You cannot multitask when you're reading.
I
If
agree.
your thoughts go anywhere else, you have to, the moment you see that you're reading one line over and over and over again, which means that your mind has gone
You're
somewhere,
gone.
you're distracted, you're lost, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
the second thing I also try to do is also writing at times. Like, I know we
Yes.
have digital to-do lists and stuff, but how many of you, if you write 3 lines, your hands will start paining? You see, our handwritings have become horrible. It is, you
Horrible.
cannot read it,
Seriously.
it's very bad, right? And also social skills. Please go out and meet people in real life, talk to them in real life. You will realize how much of your icebreakers and those everyday lingo
Anecdotes.
you've forgotten.
Yes.
You feel
Yes,
awkward
forgotten.
because we're only talking in these smaller boxes. It's going to really challenge you. So in order to kind of not really compete with AI but bring your own element, go out of the digital world. The digital world is where AI is dominating. In the real world, you can go around and do your things. Right. All right. I'm gonna bring about a question. So Bhashini is asking, can AI be a threat to human being or work ethics? Interesting.
So AI can AI be a threat to human being? I don't think so, but I cannot predict 25 years into the future. Uh, yeah, human being का अभी तो risk नहीं है. But work ethics, yes. If the leaders of the company or if the leaders of the industry do not push ethics forward as a choice, as a decision, then yes, work ethics will be threatened by people who seek to replace ethics altogether. You know, make it easier to hire, fire, take decisions based on data rather than human beings, take decisions based on profit rather than how many families are you impacting. So the guardians of the industry, the leaders of the company need to guard ethics very, very strongly.
I think if AI becomes a threat to work ethic or a human being, we are just using AI as an excuse.
Yeah,
It's just a new reason. Um,
I agree.
why did we let it happen? Ethics is something which is very personal. We set the ethics. So if an artificial intelligence is ruining that for you or your organization, then take a hard look at yourself and be like, did it even exist, right? So don't use AI as a reason to let go of people, to be mean to people, to just, I mean, I don't know if you follow Gary Vee. He says something
Yep,
very interesting. He says, social media or sorry, social media and money and all of that doesn't change you, it amplifies you, it
correct.
shows the real you. So, if you have all the power in the world and you're using it not for good but to harm people, then that's all you're doing. You're using that weapon. The weapon in itself is not kind of targeting anyone. You're giving it the power and you're making that choice for yourself. So, at the end of the
I
day, it
would
is us.
100% agree. That is what I was trying. I would also thinking of as an example that it was asked as a question that does money make you good or bad? So money does not make you good or bad. It just amplifies who you were at the basics. AI does not make you good or bad. It just amplifies what you were. Like I said, lack of intelligence, it cannot create intelligence for you.
It
So lack of
exposes you,
ethics,
unfortunately. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna this is a good one. Mohit is saying, I developed a fear today. You can create a great system of knowledge, but when it is left to people, everything gets corrupted due to people's bias or agenda. So this is fear for AI. So today and tomorrow it will get corrupted. Hmm. Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting. Yes. Hopefully
Yes.
not.
So now,
Yeah.
see, if you talk about corruption, AI is already biased. You know that, right? Have you guys seen the AI bias? Have you met AI bias? Have you met Sonali in your interactions
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
AI? Have you seen
Yeah.
AI
Definitely.
bias?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes. So
easily.
even I have.
I'll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the most easiest examples to test AI bias is to ask to generate a image of a chef, a pilot, and a homemaker, right? Sitting together and eating a meal. And you will most often than not see two males and one female on the table. And you will most often than not see them of the white race. So AI is already biased, and it is biased because we made it biased. Because it's the data that was used to train AI was our data. It was the data that has existed on the internet for a very long time. So that data was biased. So AI is already biased. So that is why we have to teach us, we have to teach our teams to interact with AI in a non-biased manner. So when you are talking about topics or when you are interacting with AI, use non-bias. And if you catch yourself giving bias to AI, that is what you should be fearful of, that you are transferring your bias to AI, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Also, I feel that we don't really have an excuse. There are a lot of um, thought leaders out there. There are a lot of research out there that talks about bias. So maybe start by unlearning that, and also train your AI, whatever you are, whichever tool you're using, constantly correct it. Let's say that, hey, if I give you a prompt, instead of instantly generating an answer, ask me some follow-up questions. That's what you would expect, right? I mean, let's say if I have an assistant and I ask the assistant to get me a cup of coffee, and the assistant brings a random coffee as per the assistant's understanding of what I will like or what they like, and I'll take it out on them. It's not fair. But then I will
Yeah.
tell them that, hey, why don't you ask me, do I want black coffee or not? Or can you suggest, hey, maybe you should have juice instead because you feel like you've seen that coffee doesn't do very good with me. What kind of milk do I want? What flavor do I want? What kind of coffee do I want? So if you tell your AI what kind of questions to ask you, and then you kind of validate all those with the lack of bias, it'll give you a better answer. But again, at the end of the day, like Ashok here has mentioned, that the skill would be to put your thoughts out very clearly so that you can get a correct reply. Yeah,
Yes, I
awesome.
agree.
So I want to ask you this one. This is a very good one. So when everything can be automated, what's the one skill humans should never give up?
What do you think? I mean, I'm asking your opinion on this first before I give my thoughts on this.
Um, Interesting. I mean, there are so many things. I guess autonomy in general, like the freedom of thought in general. I don't want to outsource thinking to AI. I might outsource going back and forth, but the pureness or the source of the thought should be mine. Like a lot of times when I speak to AI, I know that you're not as smart. What is this? What kind of an answer are you giving? Then I'm like, no, no. But while talking to AI, even though they're giving like subpar answer as per my understanding or as per my standards, I'm getting new ideas and I'm feeding it to it. I'm like, hey, how can we do this or what should we do about this, right? So a lot of challenging myself to do better. Definitely, I am taking everything offline. I want to connect with people in real life. I want them to know, hear me. I don't think I'm going to have an AI avatar of me talking because I want them to know that, hey, Sonali writes this way. She also speaks this way on camera. And when we meet her, she's the exact same person. Right? So that is where I feel we're going to beat a lot of people because everyone there is just a glorified robot. So yeah,
Version.
this is yeah version. Yes, yeah. So the more you have a contradiction to yourself, like run the opposite direction, the more uniqueness will come out.
Correct. And that is what I would say, that you should never give up your autonomy. Your autonomy of being independent, of taking your own decisions, of making the final call, taking the final call. That you should never give up. Not as leaders, not as managers.
Yeah, and also think of it this way, right? What if we are so used to talking to AI about decisions, about everyday things so much, and one day there's a crash. It's not working for a few hours. Is your work
Remember
gonna
the crash?
stop? Yeah, it happens, right? I mean, are you going to stop your work? I mean, today during this conversation itself, I think the electricity went here 2 3 times. It's going and coming, going and coming. So I'm not making, I'm like, I have it ready, right? I'm not going to be like, oh, my electricity is not there, I don't know what to do. I'm like, ah. So let's be prepared for a world where AI at times might not be here. Like if you're talking to a person and they ask you a question, are you going to be like, oh wait, I'm going to go to the washroom and ask my AI and get back with an answer? That's really no, not going to work. You're either going to make up something which is going to make us all look like a fool, or you're going to say, you know what, I really don't know. So maybe
Yeah.
I'm going to read up and come back. So are we
Yes.
open to also living in a world where AI is not with us 100% of the time? How does that make you feel? And if it makes you feel anything less than confident, then a lot of work to be done.
On yourself, not on the air.
Yeah, please on yourself.
In
Uh,
fact, this conversation about AI not being there for a little while, this is something I feel we should put it out in all interviews now. That if I take away your AI for a day, would you still work? Would you be
why
still
you?
able to work,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And
or would
how
you need
much
a mental
of
health day on that point?
why not? And how much of the quality of work will take a hit, right?
Correct.
Your writing, your follow-ups, basic things. Will your emails take a hit? The way you write emails, will it take a hit? Right? Or the way you make PPTs, will that take a hit? Yeah, really crazy.
Yeah. Not for me, but I've seen people who have forgotten how to actually start from scratch.
Yeah, yeah. Oh God. All right. Ashok is asking, India has a lot of MSMEs. Do you have any plans to tell these MSMEs how you or AI can help them? Don't you think that would be a big service to both? Okay. Shraddha, I think this one's for you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for asking. Brilliant question. So yes, my target audience is actually MSME because I feel all the enterprises out there are still getting served by the enterprises themselves. Yeah. So all the enterprises are adopting AI. They have their big teams. They can do everything for themselves. They can take their decisions. They can lead the industry. But it's the MSMEs who are left struggling with what to do. Who will help? My budgets are not big enough to me to bring in enterprise solutions to myself. So this is where we are targeting MSMEs and enabling them to take proper strategic decisions on where they should apply AI and where they should not, where it will save them time and money and efficiency, and where it will just be used to replace humans.
Understood. Understood. Yeah. I mean, of course, you would know better because you're kind of helping MSMEs in this direction. But I guess AI has become such a big topic that I don't think many people can say that I'm unaware of it.
Yeah, not
And
many.
it's doing the rounds all the time. And even if you don't get on the boat quicker, the sense of FOMO will be really high.
Yes.
You know that your team can do better. You know that you can do better. And if the two,
Sorry, Sonali, I think you got cut out. Is that for everybody or just for me? Okay, I think it's just me. Then I will leave and come back. Oh, Sonali left. Okay. Can I take a question from Anmol? Anmol, writing is an underrated therapy. It's such a helpful thing when you want to declutter. Yes, I agree. Sonali, are you back? Can
I
you
am
be
back.
back
Yes,
now?
yes. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yes, I was just taking a question from Anmol. Writing is an underrated therapy. It's such a helpful thing when you want to declutter your brain and brings your. Yes, I agree with you, Anmol. Um, so writing is a therapy. And Sonali would know. She loves to write. You should subscribe to her newsletters. They are amazing. They are Sonali written and not AI written.
Uh,
And uh, they make me
thank,
think every time I read one.
thank you so
So
much. No, full disclosure, it's not like I don't use AI in my writing as well. I use it, but all the output is mine. Like it's like outsourcing the actual skill of writing each and every word to another person, but there will not be a word in any of my writing that I cannot pronounce. So I will read
or spell.
everything or spell, yes. Or I don't know what that word is. My vocab is very limited, and I'm okay with that unless I read and kind of expand on that. But I feel like writing is therapeutic. I would agree. And it's just, I feel when I write the newsletter, I'm putting a part of myself out into a very small group, and I enjoy that it's a nice small cute community of people who are along with me in that journey, and they get to hear something about me here and there. So yeah, it's nice. Oh, Sonali can't hear you.
Still can't hear Sonali. Can you guys hear me?
Please let us know. Why is this happening? So that you can hear me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Pallavi is saying feeling same. Not sure about what. Probably about the writing thing.
I think we cannot hear is what she's feeling. Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought feeling same came before that. Can't hear you. All right, folks, let us know quickly if you can hear us or not. Um, yes, can
Yes.
hear us.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, thank
Thanks,
you.
thanks. Thank you. Thank you for all the patience through a lot of technological drama today. It's funny that this is happening on this chat. Yeah,
I
if you're
feel that
hearing
I does
us.
not want the humans and AI to come together.
Yeah, yeah. AI is like, I'm going to sabotage this. Watch me. All
Yeah,
right.
that's funny. It can actually do that.
Oh God, I don't want to even think about it. Okay, Shraddha, I'm gonna shoot one last question from my side, and then
Yeah.
if anyone has any comments, they can do that. We are 12 minutes away from our goodbye, so let's. I want to hear your views on what new job titles might exist 5 years from now.
Okay. So, are you ready?
Yes.
I already told you about the lower skill job titles. But what I'm going to talk about now is job titles in the corporate scenario. I'm not going to talk about plumbing right now. So if you are talking about tech jobs, or now previously we used to have developer, somebody who writes code, infrastructure, somebody who maintains the infrastructure where the code is deployed, and a QA person or somebody who does the quality analysis. Now all of those roles will integrate into something else. There will be some people who will be called workflow designers, AI workflow designers. They will basically be in charge of mapping business processes and redesigning them for AI automation. Right? That's a very good area of growth as a workflow designer. Then obviously prompt engineers or prompt architects, because that's the core of what you are talking with AI to. There will be now you have operations manager, then it will be AI operations manager, because they will be monitoring, scaling, and all troubleshooting all the AI systems that are in place. Now, if you are a content creator, you will become a AI assisted content strategist, maybe, or a generative media designer instead of just being a designer. If you are in healthcare, you might become a healthcare navigator, or a therapy coach. If you're a therapy, then if you're in therapy, you might become an AI enabled therapy coach. Right. So all of these roles will start having transformation. Like I started with my conversation, there will be transformation in all roles. And the biggest role that will change is the CTO. CTO will be a chief technology officer. Now the CTO role will become chief AI transformation officer. So he will be or she will be in charge of making sure the right in AI tools are in place and we are transforming, right? So that's how the rules will change.
Wow, wow, that's very interesting to know that there is no running away.
There is no
Alas,
running.
there's no running away, there's no going back. And I don't know if you will agree with this. I mean, these are all the mostly the tech or some kind of a tech enablement in these roles are there. I'm also having a lot of conversations with founders, right? So founders are hiring all kinds of tech related tools. Let's say you look at video editors, shorts, clips, those kind of, like if you look at marketing agencies and stuff, script writers. So which means that you need to know tools, research, all of that. Everybody's expecting you to come. Nobody's saying that you should not be using tools. They're saying that we want you to use tools and get our work done faster, quicker, more efficient way. But I'm also looking at the core skills of, let's say, sales. Yeah. If you are in an industry where your client needs to talk to an actual person, as a salesman, or let's say it's a founder, let's say, so they need to actually speak to you at the end before they make the payment, that cannot be outsourced, right? I mean, we're not talking about any of these landing pages or any of these online courses where everything is, automated in a certain way. And
Yeah, I think there's another power cut. Okay, yes. So the things that you were talking about, that yes, you will need to have founders, you will need to have salespeople, and you will still need to have people talking to people. Like, you might have, like I said, in healthcare, you might have an AI-enabled therapist, but you cannot have them talk to patients and understand with empathy, what pain they are feeling, because AI will never be able to feel your pain. Pallavi is asking, what about graphic designer? Graphic designer, yes. So what you will become is a generative media graphic designer. So you will use tools to generate photographs or videos, but you will be the one who brings them together in a UI UX format, because that will be your core skill. So Sonali is coming back, I guess. Any other questions that we can take in the last 5 minutes? Any other questions that you might have about your skills, about your job position, about what you should learn right now to become more efficient or better or irreplaceable? We can take those questions right now. Okay, if there are no questions coming in, I have a question of my own that I would like to ask the audience. So, do you have anything that you don't talk to AI about? Or have we reached a position where we talk to AI about everything? Our feelings, our pain, our discomfort, our everything. Okay, so we have a question. For someone without an IT or software background, what are the best ways to? Oh, okay, so very good question, Vijay. And for somebody who does not have an IT or software background, in fact, most of these people who are going to succeed in AI are not going to be from tech space. They are going to be from non-tech space because their core skills weren't tech. Their core skills were in designing or creativity. Their core skills were in strategy. So for people who are not in tech space, they can go into all of these, going into media, going into architecture, going into things where they build things by hand and not just by your brain, right? So anything that requires manual skills or anything that requires human skills will be the ones where non-tech people will succeed and be very successful at. How will AI agents face future, especially in cloud? Yes, so AI agents are here to stay. There is no question about that. They will be everywhere. They will be on the net. They will be in the cloud, and they will auto deploy. They will build things. They will destroy things, and they will take charge of your operations. But they will still need somebody to guide them. So they will change the way we are doing things right now, but you will need a human in the loop all the time. Mohit says, I don't like corporate sales these days. Most businesses have chatbots. I agree. So I don't call customer service nowadays at all. I don't talk to chatbots because I want to, at the end of the day, I want to talk to the person behind the business. I don't want to talk to the bot in front of the business. So in fact, what I recommend to most businesses is don't put a bot on your website. Don't put a bot where you have human interaction. Put people in front, because the moment people see people, they will think you value your business enough to put a person in front of you, right? Do you value your customers enough to put a person in front of them, or do you just think they need chatbots to talk to, right? Think of yourself as a customer. Would you go to a website which only has chatbots in place to help you buy things, or look for stuff, or any of those scenarios? If you see a person in front, Maybe you will just interact more, you will talk more, you will share more, you will work with that website more. So yes, people who value customers will put people in front of customers. I'm working as a front end developer, Pallavi, and also Kosa part time. Okay, yeah, front end development, any kind of development will become enabled, AI enabled, but I would recommend not replacing any of those skills, because at the end of the day, they help you develop uh, better skills with AI, right? So you become AI enabled. How can I upskill in sales? Okay, so in sales, with AI is AI will only give you content, right? These are scripts you can use with your customers. These are the languages that you can use. These are the keywords you can use, but it will not be able to teach you exactly how to talk in front of your customers. So that skill you will have to teach yourself, or to talk with a human coach or an instructor who can perhaps teach you how to do sales right. Uh, Okay, so Sonali is trying to join back. Do we have any other questions that we would like to take? I have taken all the questions from the users. Are bots escalation, especially when it requires personal empathy? Yes. So I would never, like I said, I would never place bots in front of customers. I would also never place bots where, say, it's a helpline for people talking, counseling. It's a counseling helpline, or it's a helpline which talks to students, or it's a mental health helpline. I would never place bots there. This is somewhere you need humans. You need somebody to listen to talk to understand how you feel. So we should never place bots in such situations. In fact, there was a case study, a social case study in India. They had a Okay, escalation friendly. Okay. In India, they had an NGO which was supposed to help women in distress. They started an AI enabled chatbot to talk to women in distress, to enable to help them get out of that distress. But they found out it crashed spectacularly after 2 years of investment in that, because women in distress did not want to talk to chatbots, right? So, not somewhere you want to even think about putting bots in place. Bots escalation friendly, yes, escalation friendly bots could be placed, but I still feel bots have a long way to go. I mean, how many of you interact with bots on a daily basis apart from ChatGPT, which is essentially uh, and you are happy interacting with them. If you are doing some business, or if you are buying something on the web, and you are happy interacting with bots, I feel I still am not very happy interacting. But if you are, I would like to know, is it a popular opinion, or is it like an unpopular opinion that people are fine interacting with bots? So even if they are escalation friendly, where they can escalate when required, but giving them that decision making power is still a hit and trial and a run process, right? Hey,
My God, I can't tell you how frustrated I am right now. But anyway,
still,
yeah, yeah. I hope all the conversations have been. I can see a lot of goodness, lot of comments here, and I know that you got through. I'm sure all of them.
yeah, I got through almost all of them. I was just asking any last minute questions because we have 1 minute to go.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, awesome, awesome. So I'm gonna remove this bit, but yeah. So I guess all the questions that you all might have. I know this is like a never-ending topic. You can always ping Shraddha, and she might make a post about it, or share her views in a different format. And this video is not going anywhere. It is going to stay on LinkedIn, as well as it's going to go up on YouTube, where you can watch me go on and off the light and struggle with tech issues multiple times throughout your life. And I really hope that you enjoyed this conversation. I know that there are a lot of questions that are popping in, but we have promised this as a 60-minute conversation, so we will not push it further. But we're going to take this time to thank Shraddha. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
making
Sonali.
having some.
That was a very refreshing time I had.
I'm so glad, and thank you for holding the fort while I was going on and off, on and off.
That's
I'm
fine.
hope it was not much of a trouble, and we have to chat in person. All this I'm doing things in person will not help if I don't really see you in person.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And we should do like, this is the most blooper full video you're going to see.
I
Because
swear.
once
Yeah.
I froze, then you froze, then I did not
Yeah,
realize you're speaking.
yeah, yeah. It was funniest because I was like, "Hello, hi, Shraddha, can you hear me?" And you're like going on and on. Okay, I think Sonali's frozen. I'm gonna take the next question, and I'm also changing the questions, right? But I'm like, "Hi, hi, can you hear me?" I'm like, "How is this system working where I'm able to change the question, but you're not able to see or hear me?" And you know what happened at the end? I 100% of my data went off, so I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't rejoin. So I had to like call my mother and be like, "Share your hotspot." And my dog started to yell. I'm like, oh, wait. And then as soon as I was trying to reconnect, the electricity came back again. So I connected to my Wi-Fi. So it's like very chaotic here. But thanks for just being here with me in this chaos.
No problem.
Okay, awesome. So I hope you had a great time, everyone. Thank you so
I
much.
did.
So much interaction in the chat. I love this kind of audience. Please go like Shraddha's LinkedIn profile, comment, all of that. You know the drill. But just follow her. She does some fantastic work, and anything related to AI, if you want to build something in your organization, want to get some sessions done, I can vouch that this is the person that you should be reaching out to.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. We will catch you in a different stream. Shraddha, I'm going to catch you in person really soon. All right.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.